Hello, men. This is the Frank Feller's Freedom 5-Minute Podcast. This is episode number 3. What I title, The 3 Threats. So, what are the 3 things that you've got to do to build a successful company, make yourself successful, and become rich? I call them threats because in most cases, you're not successful yet, or maybe you haven't become rich yet. So what are the 3 things that you're doing to threaten the competition, that you're threatening the marketplace to take business away from them? So first, most important thing that you've got to do, number 1 threat is you got to pick a focus. So when you think about focus, think about that old saying, jack of all trades, master of none. Well, you know what that means. It means if you try to do everything, try to be everything to all people, you ain't going to be good at any one thing. So picking a focus is like that. Chick-fil-A did that when they focused on the chicken sandwich instead of, all types of chicken or hamburgers and everything else. They were a great example. My company, I was in the sign industry, and I decided that I wanted to start my own business, start a sign supply business. So what did I do? I decided to look at that overall sign supply industry, and most of them were doing everything. So I focused on just one aspect of the sign supply industry, the vinyl part of it. I was able to surpass the competition and become the expert at vinyl sign supplies, and obviously built a very successful company, was able to sell it for over $100 million. And that's the key. The key to focusing is you want to try to build something where you're the expert. Let me give you another example. Let's say doc says, you got brain cancer. You're going to have to get surgery. Not a good thing. So what do? You go out there, you look for surgeons. You can look for surgeons that do everything. They might even be well known. Or you can look at the brain surgeon experts. Which one are you going to pick? All right. Number 2. What's the number 2 most important thing you've got to do to build a successful company? Become rich. They call it integrity. They call it keeping your word. I call it doing what you say you're going to do. So I learned this the hard way. There were several times during my career at the company that I didn't do what I said I was going to do, or maybe my employees didn't do what we said we were going to do, and we weren't truthful, and we lost those customers. And I got to tell you, when you're first starting that company, that first year or 2, you can't afford to lose one damn customer. You can't afford to lose any business at all. Let's say that you tell someone you're going to be somewhere at 5 o'clock and you're there at 5:01. That ain't good enough. You've got to be there at 5 o'clock or before 5 o'clock. You've got to do what you say you're going to do, because every single time you don't, there's a little thing goes off in the customer, maybe a vendor or an employee, goes off in their head, and they lose confidence in you, and they'll replace you. And I know, because it happened to me. So do what you say you're going to do every single time. All right. What's the 3rd and final thing that you've got to do? I'm not going to be polite about this one. Everybody talks about it. It's pretty damn simple. It's just really hard to do. You got to work your fucking ass off. Now, I know what I did when I started my company. I lost 30, 40 pounds, and I'm over 200. I couldn't afford to pay myself. I couldn't afford to feed myself because I had to pay everybody else besides me. And here's the thing. You got to work so freaking hard you think you're going to die. And you got to leave everything on the field. And if you think that 2 years is good enough, or 1 year's working is good enough, think again. For me, it took 5 years before I could really pay myself. It really took me 34 years before I even became rich after I sold my company. So what are the 3 things you got to do to become successful, become rich? Number 1, focus. Number 2, do what you say you're going to do. And number 3, work your ass off.